Okay, so you've mentioned the certification a couple of times, and you've teased that you're part of another couple of project management communities. So how does your experience with PURE stack up to other certifications or credentials that you've ran with? Any key differences, anything you liked, anything you didn't like?
Yeah, it's an interesting question. I've got a number of different other certifications. I won't have time to go through them all today because I think we'll run out of time. But if I'm to stack them next to one another and talk about the pros and cons and what did I like and what didn't I like, one of the things I certainly liked about the PURE project management certification and the entire process, and we've touched base on this already in today's conversation, is the ability to really plan the learning around all these different modules. But what I also like is the the broader breadth of subject matter that's covered. We're not just talking about one particular project methodology. We're not just talking about one particular tool. We're not talking about a certain grade of this methodology. If we talk about a Scrum Master, an advanced senior Scrum Master, and all these different types of things, right? There are different sort of aspects of all these things. Kanban does the same thing, and there's PMO, there's PMP, and they all have different tiers of what you can study and learn, and those types of things. And I think what's very cool about the PURE project management certification is it brings in so much different content, but really is able to identify the core elements of each methodology and bring it into a language and a learning method that's easy to follow, easy to understand, and gives us as students the ability to go back and also review that content over and over again until we feel comfortable enough that we can sort of sit an exam and be challenged on what we've learned. And I think it's a great method to really drive a broad understanding of all these different methodologies and bring it into a centralized certification.
Yeah, totally agree. And I'm going to annoy people in the comments. I've talked about this on every call I think I've done on this, but the diversity of perspective that's available to you in PURE, to me, is one of the real value adds of this program. I can think of a couple of instructors, for example, people like Jeremiah, Robertine, and Jim Chambers, very, very good at what they do, incredibly gifted communicators. I can't necessarily do what they can do, but I can steal a lot of good ideas that are working for them and bring them into my approach, which I think is one of the really nice things about Repurpose and what they do and making it suit your style and your initiatives.
Absolutely. Yeah, I couldn't agree more.